In the middle of the South Pacific region, there is a collection of islands, the Kingdom of Tonga. Tonga is known as the Friendly Islands due to the warm welcome given to British Captain James Cook on his first visit in 1773. From the abundance of marine life to the pristine rainforests and impressive mountains, there is no better place than Tonga to immerse yourself in nature. However, countries in the South Pacific, like Tonga, are some of the most vulnerable to climate change. Due to sea level rise, typhoons, and droughts, this region has difficulties in managing its water resources.
They heavily rely on rainwater, and once there's no rain, like I've said before, that percentage of the population is vulnerable to water deficiencies. When you go down to the village level, we realize that there is problem across the kingdom with access to water and water quality as well.
More than anything, it is imperative for this region to increase their ability to adapt to an unpredictable and changing climate. Therefore, developed countries and international organizations around the world are committed to actively supporting this vulnerable region. In Korea, there were many discussions on the various collaboration projects that would be the most effective in strengthening the capacity of the Pacific Islands for climate change adaptation. These discussions led to the initiation of the Tonga Water Resource Project by the APEC Climate Center with the Tongan government.
This project has three different components. The first component is installing groundwater monitoring system. The second is developing groundwater flow model using numerical analysis method. And the third component is development of the web GIS-based groundwater information system. Based on this project, the Tongan government and the local community can get reliable water information, and they can help make decisions for sustainable water usage.
The APEC Climate Center placed automatic observation equipment in 3 selected salinity monitoring borehole sites. Data from this equipment feed into a real-time groundwater monitoring system installed in a Tongan governmental agency. Most small island countries in the South Pacific, including Tonga, rely on groundwater and rainwater due to a lack of rivers in the region. But as the groundwater flow in this region has generally high levels of velocity, the countries have difficulties in managing their groundwater resources. The groundwater reservoir in Tonga floats above the underground seawater in the shape of a lens. If this region is carelessly developed, there is a possibility for the mixing of the groundwater and seawater, rendering the groundwater unfit to be used by residents. Before installing the system, the APEC Climate Center surveyed 50 families in Tonga about their water usage. APCC also investigated groundwater in urban and suburban areas to better predict water demand and increase their understanding of water resource usage in Tonga. The investigations and surveys indicated that the main sources of Tonga's water supply are groundwater and rainwater. In the case of rainwater, Tongan residents use either the collected rainwater as is or boiled rainwater for drinking and cooking. Groundwater is particularly difficult to use as drinking water because it contains high levels of calcium carbonate. So groundwater is generally used for the toilet, bathing, cooking, and household cleaning.
Ko ulaki pe whakahogo ko maukolo, Aku ke whiunga vai, o ngā whaalahi taimi o whaamate ai vai tūpo.
Tongan residents are highly dependent on rainwater and groundwater. Unless this water is properly managed in advance, it is difficult to ensure regular access to water, particularly during droughts. The APEC Climate Center and the government of Tonga set up automatic groundwater monitoring systems at 3 sites based on the results of a detailed investigation of the groundwater and the resident inquiry surveys. These monitoring systems feed groundwater data into the installed groundwater information system in real time.
GIS 원격 관측 시스템 구축은 tonga 타프 섬의 주민들에게 식수를 공급하는 GIS 관측망에 저희가 개발한 수위, 수온, 전도도를 측정하는 원격 계측 장비를 설치를 하고요. 이 계측 장비에서 설치된 데이터를 서버로 전송하는 부분을 구축을 합니다.
As the measuring equipment are installed in locations with limited electricity, the system was installed to rely upon solar power, which allows for the system to be sustainable and viable in the long run. The groundwater information system is tailored for the local environment based on analysis of the existing monitoring systems. As groundwater monitoring data was previously recorded by hand, the groundwater information system was built online to make the data more accessible. Also, due to the limited expertise of the government employees in complex water management, the information system was built to be easily operated and maintained. Thanks to the newly installed groundwater information system, Tonga is able to better manage their groundwater resources based on the real-time remote water quality measurement data. In the face of increasing climate change, it is more and more difficult to sustainably manage water resources and improve water quality. Aside from Tonga, there are more than 10 small countries in the South Pacific region with similar water management challenges. This innovative project, although initially launched in Tonga, is widely applicable and can be replicated in neighboring South Pacific countries.
Someone in government or part of the government is looking into researching water quality and water status and advising them before there's a drought or before there's a cyclone, what will be the possible impacts, what will be the extent of the impacts in terms of their access to water, and make sure they plan individually at the household level and also the community level. This is the strength I think the project will bring.
Sai